Good morning, folks from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Today it's a proper morning. It's a daytime actually. It's no longer night. And finally, I actually could make it in the daytime doing a video, and I would be sounding a little bit more, I guess, energetic, you may say, as I had breakfast and everything. And daytime people usually are awake and stuff. So I'll be doing like not a review today. My main focus today. It's gonna be 5 points. These are important facts, important things that you should know while you are collecting fragrances, getting into this game, enjoying it. So these things may have provide some sort of guideline. I'm not saying you need any, but from my perspective, just to give it out there, especially the newcomers and new collectors. Okay, so let me show you. I'll talk about the list. I mean, what are the points? Let me show you the scent of the morning. What I used to wear. Both of them like I'm gonna show two fragrances, by the way. First one is the morning fragrance was like this one, Bright Neroli by Ferrari. Just very quickly, this thing is the most uplifting fragrance that you can wear in the high heat situation. Because why? This fragrance is the most easiest wear. It's very unisex, it's very citrusy, it's very lightweight yet not very weak. It has definite presence. When you wear this, people do notice you. It does have good projection performance. And from the Ferrari line, this really, it was like one of the most hyped fragrances ever for me. I was waiting to buy it. I never thought I would find it, but I treasure it a lot. So this thing you can wear for the morning to start your day with the freshness. It's just the best. So that's my scent of the morning. So as day progresses, my Bright Neroli after 3 hours is kind of getting on the weak side, because it's now more of a skin scent, because I went for walk, then had breakfast. So now what I'm going to do is, for let's say early afternoon stuff, I'm gonna be testing this fragrance, Cryptomint. Okay, just now a while ago I shared this in my group, Fragcom Bangladesh. I shared this. Mark shared actually his top 10 spring scent. I think this one made number 2, and I did put that video because I love his work. I always wait for his work, Robe08, and I did just recently purchase this, and it just makes me happy when I do some right purchases. He's the fragrance guru, you cannot deny it. At first, first sniff, I thought it was like not mind-blowing or anything, but as the time progresses, the dry down really amazes you. Longevity amazes you. And I'm going to be testing this more thoroughly, because this fragrance is growing with me. Okay, so Cryptomint, check this out if you love mint, if you love pure malt, and if you love ultra zest. It's a very nice, fun, at the same time good unisex fragrance. Anyone can wear it for the summer day, spring day, stuff like that, right? Cryptomint. So now let's come to the point. First of all, the stuff I'm gonna say, this is not a fragrance review, so if you're looking for a review, you can skip the video. So first thing I'm gonna say is the seasons. Okay, I want to give you sort of like a guideline, because I'm from Bangladesh. I'm representing the subcontinent at the Asian hot zone as a whole. So I'll tell you very quickly. You have to learn how to convert when you hear seasons in Europe. Let's say Jeremy or Mark, Chad, or you hear any of the fragrance bros, anyone's talking about season. You have to understand their part of the. I said this before, I'm saying it again. Their weather conditions are extremely different than ours. When they say summer, spring, winter, you cannot take that and then their sort of season translate to ours. You have to know how to do that calculation. Say when they say summer, sometimes some of the countries, like let's say Texas and states, right? It gets pretty hot, yes, right. But you cannot say, I haven't been to Texas, but I cannot say, but I can tell you one thing. Heat is one thing. With heat, there's humidity. Two different things. When they are two combined, it's very deadly. That's why in a country like Bangladesh, our longevity issues are with every single fragrance, about 85%. Pretty sure it's with India, Malaysia. Malaysia fragrance don't last whatsoever. You can put the most expensive fragrance, summer fragrance, you cannot expect it, because it's so damn hot there. You need to reapply, you have to stay within air conditioning zone, and you have to put a lot of it on the shirt. So when they say spring and summer, you have to understand their spring, let's say Canada or States, their spring, or UK, their spring is translated to our winter. So our winter is about 16 degrees Celsius, 16, 17. Kind of cool, chill, a little bit foggy, but not so cold that you have to put an overcoat and stuff. It's not snowing and stuff like that. So when it's not that cold, but still a little bit chilled, then we can actually dare to wear fragrances that is a little bit heavy, a little bit like bit more dense. Like let's say something like just simple example is this Armani Code Profumo. This is a fantastic fragrance. Okay, this is a flanker of Armani Code. It's very sweet. It's so long lasting. Its projection, longevity, both are great, and it's one of the best clubbing scents that you can afford these days. Okay, in the designer category. But if you wear this in the heat, It lasts a little bit, but it doesn't really smell particularly all that the way it's supposed to go. So when the winter hits, you can actually wear this. So you get really happy for those 3-4 months. So you have to know how to translate their situation and don't follow them blindly. Like when Jeremy says this is the best summer high heat fragrance, their high heat is different than ours. They are not lying. If you actually take a fragrance, let's say Mugler cologne, for example, in Bangladesh you get like your condition 2-3 hours, but you hear reviewers say it lasts up to 7-8 hours. It does. They are not lying. In their conditions, if you put this on UK, it's gonna last on you all day, and I literally mean all day. For a fresh fragrance, 8 hours you're gonna get. Bangladesh condition, you get 3-4 hours. If you're extremely lucky, you get 4 pushing it. Okay, but when you get those kind of marks, you should be actually happy. You know, if you get those 3 to 4 hours, because that's how our condition works. A lot of pollution, a lot of cars, you know, engine. There's a lot of air conditioning. The city is small, but a lot of people. So a lot of smoke going on. So that combines, you know, when you sweat with that humidity and heat, fragrances don't tend to last on you. So that's why you need to carry like I suggest these days, carry like a small decant with you. I don't mean that one particularly, but any decant, anything, you know, you carry a small bottle, just refresh in the middle of the day, you can actually make it last. But when you sweat all over, summer is not very easy. So anyway, those are seasons. You got the idea, right? Second, I'm gonna say how to buy. How to buy is very simple. What I mean by how to buy is, don't fall for the hype. I said it again, I'll say it again. Don't see a video that someone showed a bottle in their review. Oh wow, it looks nice, stunning. Fall for the hype, buy it because they say it's good. See, everything is not going to work on you, or it's not possible that every fragrance is liked by everyone, men or women. You might find something very interesting, you might find something extremely boring and horrible, that it's not your cup of tea, and you buy the full bottle. For example, so far I bought, one of our brother mentioned, Joy Bhai buy this in Bangladesh community. I went and blind bought this without sniffing it, and for the summer I just noticed it's extremely for cold weather, and I am like, it's a nice fragrance, it's a long lasting beast, it's a very articulate fragrance, and it's a very niche sort of a fragrance. Cannot wear it in Bangladesh condition. See, mistakes, sometimes little bit regrets. That's why I say, you know, like you have to sniff, you have to test, you have to do your research, and you know, like, I'm not saying I don't like it, I like it, but I don't find the occasion or day to wear it. Okay, so what I'm saying is, do your research, test the stuff, and definitely try out the fragrance 10 ml, 5 ml. Then you'll know if you really want to buy it. That's why I do the decanting just like few other brothers in the community. So when you try it, you know if you want to buy a full bottle. Okay, so yes, how to buy is like, that's how you buy. Don't buy everything, buy the stuff you like. Next, don't bother about what others are buying, what others are hyping, and also what others are saying is great. Those not only fragrances that are great. Pick the stuff that your nose picks. Okay, I'll say this plain, it cannot be any more simpler than this. Pick the fragrance that you really love. Don't worry about what other people are saying on that fragrance. Let's say one example is, I'll give you, and I'm not trying to like offend any reviewers here, because I'll say the name. It's Fragrance Guru Mark, my guru. He put this Daniel Icon and he didn't find it to be extraordinary. I was hurt, I'll admit it. But this is one of my signature scents. I love this so much. At first I thought, am I wrong? See, the thing is, nobody's wrong. Everybody's nose is different, taste is different, they try different things. But what I really felt, from my perspective, I'll still say this is one of the best fragrances. This is the best fragrance from Daniel House, hands down. So far I smell, this is nothing comes close to this. There are other flankers, but they're good, but this stuff is unique. Trust me, when I bought this at first, when it came out at first, without the hype going on, I sniffed it and I knew I had to get it. Everything, conceptually. So yes, so when someone says something is like not their favorite, don't get disheartened. Their choices and taste must be different than yours. You know, people don't fall for the same thing all the time. Okay, so kind of like the same 2 and 3 number points are same. Then next goes like, don't worry about quantity. What I mean by don't worry about quantity. Quantity means like, yes, I do collect, like this collection thing got to me that I want to collect and try many fragrances. You know, I have my list and I make new lists. I try out, I'm like, okay, Agerblend, I have to buy it. Oh, Amberblend, I have to buy it. Then I go like, oh, there's something new, I gotta try it, right? Like that, your list will never be complete. And the thing is, you're not gonna always have an infinite amount of money. You always have limited amount of money, and you wanna buy the things you really want, including fragrances, including your food, other stuff. So what I'm saying is, get those fragrances that you really badly want in your arsenal, that you must have. think of it, like sniff it, sniff it, sniff it, try the small sample, try it, and then you go to the shop and try it from your friend, and you crave for it. At one point, you'll know like if you must have it or not. Unfortunately, these days, a lot of things happen, like everything is a must-have. This is my problem. There's a younger brother who was my moderator of the other group. His name is Shatil. So we sort of like, once something gets stuck in our head, we have to have it. So that's sort of like addiction. But then again, if you really just think like, okay, should I buy it because I'm bored? Don't do it. Wait, save that money, add some more money to it, and buy something you really want, even if it's a bit more pricey, but it's quality. Always get quality. If you get quality, you'll never regret purchasing a fragrance. Don't regret after purchasing. Okay, that's one of the most painful things ever. The last one, this is very important. This thing is called longevity issues. Let me remove that note because I wrote down the notes. So when people talk about longevity, some people associate it with original or fake. Some people say in Bangladesh, certain shops are selling fakes. I said, why? Someone's complaining to me. You say this shop is selling original, but they're selling fake. I'm like, how do you know? Did you buy anything from them? Like, no, I heard people saying it. They're not getting longevity from any fragrance. Someone complained in our community. This decant I sent him, Aventus, didn't last on him, so it was fake. So the thing is, that's why I say education is important. If someone is uneducated or not well-read, people are going to be basing their assumptions on a lot of this, their baseless assumptions. You know what I mean? Like people will think like, okay, what is Aventus? I paid 25,000 taka. Their thing will be like, I paid 25,000 for a bottle or 3,000 taka for a bottle, and I don't get more than 3 hours. But you don't need to, you need to know there's a whole sort of a table in base notes just based on this one fragrance and how their batch variation works. Every single bottle is different from the other. You get good batches, you get bad batches, poor batches, fruity batches, smoky batches, blackcurrant more, less, pineapple more, less. This fragrance has endless discussion. The thing is, sometimes in our conditions on the skin, this stuff lasts only 1 hour, while I'll give you an example, just a small example, okay? Club Dino Intense Man lasts on my shirt or my skin more than this, okay? But after a while, the fact is, this is much cheaper. Yes, true. Club Dino Intense Man, everybody agrees this is much cheaper than Aventus. Okay. But sometimes you get that feel of that pineapple when the right time hits, right season hits, okay? And you get the smell, and Aventus is Aventus, and Club Dino Intense is somewhat, yeah, it gives you the pleasure, but if you really think how much you love Aventus and you like the clone of this, you're gonna upgrade to this game sometimes. You know why? Because your nose will want this. So it's not always about longevity. Sometimes people get good longevity on the skin. Sometimes people don't. Sometimes people get nice longevity on the shirts because tend to get, it hangs onto your shirt, clothing, hair better. Sometimes I get on from my shirt 1 week from this fragrance, where I get only 1 hour or 2 hours on my skin. So the thing is, when you associate longevity issue and original or fake, you have to learn a lot of these things, my friends. You have to learn, is it legit seller or not? In the Bangladesh community, we're here to tell you who are legit, who are not. So it's up to us. We are doing the work for you. We're letting you know, so you don't have to worry. When I send you to a certain shop, you're not going to have to worry about original or fake, okay? You have to worry is if it's working with your skin chemistry or not. Don't listen to other people, make assumptions, okay? This shop is selling fake counterfeit fragrances because somebody heard. Always try it on your skin. Go and have experience, okay? And do ask us. We have a group. So when you actually can try, sometimes remember, one of the most expensive niche fragrances in the world, let's say it could be easily, let's say how much? $500 or $5,000. Sometimes they last on your skin like 1 hour barely, but that 1 hour is magic. So you have to know if you're ready to pay for the quality or quantity. So these are things I want to discuss with you guys. Always study. There's no end to learning. Always study Fragrantica notes. Watch out for videos, good reviewers, and always pick up things. Ask your friend. If you just assume a lot of things without knowing, it's just silly. All right. So I hope you enjoyed the video and it was helpful to you. Everybody have a nice day. Later part I might do another review today because I'm feeling very energetic. Have a nice day. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.